now appears Seri, who would likely cost around £40 million €46 million per $54 million, could be set for a move to Stamford Bridge. Balotelli to Marseille almost completed. Mario Balotelli is close to completing a move to Marseille, Tuttomercatoweb claims. Bild had claimed on Tuesday that the striker had been offered to Borussia Dortmund, but that the Bundesliga side were not interested. Now, however, it seems Rome will be the Italians' next destination, but nothing will be finalized until after the 27-year-old gets recalled to the national squad under Roberto Mancini, with agent Mino Raiola feeling that a return to the Azzurri will bump up his client's price. Sarri to stay at Napoli. Napoli manager Maurizio Sarri is set to turn down the advances of Chelsea in order to extend his stay with the Serie A side, Goal understands. The 59-year-old has been mentioned as a potential successor to Antonio Conte after leading the Partenope to consecutive second-place finishes in Italy, but Sarri is now expected to stay with Napoli after productive talks with club president Aurelio De Laurentiis. Read the full story on Goal. Atletico Madrid. The scout Tierney. Atletico Madrid have joined the long list of admirers monitoring Celtic's Kieran Tierney, according to The Sun. The British tabloid claims the Liga side will send scouts to watch the Scotland fullback in action as the Hoops take on Motherwell in the Scottish Cup final on Saturday. Manchester United, Tottenham and Bournemouth are all said to be keeping close tabs on the 20-year-old. Man Utd willing to pay €100 million for Ter Stegen. Manchester United are prepared to pay €100 million £88 million per $118 million for Barcelona goalkeeper Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, according to Don Balon. David De Gea's future at Old Trafford is up in the air, with consistent reports he could be set for a move to Real Madrid. Should the Spain international depart, Jose Mourinho would be willing to spend big on the Germany goalkeeper as his replacement. Messi, Neymar at Madrid would be terrible. Lionel Messi has admitted that it would be terrible if his former teammate Neymar joined Real Madrid. Neymar has been linked with a shock move to the Blancos, despite only joining Paris Saint-Germain last summer, and Messi says such a transfer would be a major blow to Barcelona, where Neymar spent 4 highly productive seasons. Read the full story on Goal. Pochettino to snub Chelsea. Mauricio Pochettino is set to snub Chelsea's advances and remain with Tottenham, reports the Daily Star. Pochettino has emerged as a managerial target for the Blues, who are likely to move on from Antonio Conte following this weekend's FA Cup final, but the 46-year-old is happy at Spurs and is set to be backed by chairman Daniel Levy in the transfer market this summer. Newcastle want Chelsea pair on loan. Newcastle are hoping to take Chelsea pair Kennedy and Tammy Abraham on loan for the 2018-19 season, reports Team Talk. Kennedy impressed while on loan with the Magpies in 2017-18, and Rafa Benitez is keen to have the 22-year-old Brazilian return again next season. Meanwhile, Abraham scored 8 times in all competitions for Swansea this season, and Chelsea could opt to send the 20-year-old on another loan in 2018-19. Soyuncu determined to seal place move. Freiburg defender Kagler Soyuncu is determined to push though a move to the Premier League in the coming weeks, according to Football London. The 21-year-old centre-back is considered one of Europe's best defensive prospects, with Arsenal, Manchester United and Manchester City all keen on the Turkey international. Soyuncu is a top priority for the Gunners, but the player's representatives are currently negotiating with multiple clubs. I want good players. Eden Hazard has suggested his future at Chelsea could depend on the players the club brings in this summer. The 27-year-old has stalled on signing a new contract as Chelsea finished a disappointing 5th in the Premier League this season, missing out on the Champions League. Hazard has admitted that he wants to see the club show ambition in the market before he commits his long-term future to the Blues. Read the full story on Goal. Arsenal and Spurs to battle for Lamina. Arsenal and Tottenham are just two of the teams interested in signing Southampton midfielder Mario Lamina this summer, according to Foot Mercato. The 24-year-old has made 29 appearances across all competitions since joining the Saints from Juventus last summer. Everton and West Ham are also tracking Lamina, who plays internationally for Gabon. Maguire to decide future after World Cup. Leicester City defender Harry Maguire will decide his future after the upcoming World Cup, reports the Mirror. The England international has generated plenty of interest with a fantastic debut campaign for the Foxes, with Manchester City among his many admirers. Leicester are keen to keep hold of the 25-year-old, who is happy with the club but also known to be an ambitious player. Guardiola. Man City won't spend £300 million. Pep Guardiola insists Manchester City won't spend big this summer and are looking to make just one or two additions. The Premier League winners have invested heavily in recent seasons, but Guardiola said that level of spending isn't sustainable every year. Guardiola said City would be looking to spend on a midfielder with Yaya Toure leaving the club, and potentially another striker. Read the full story on Goal. Leicester and West Ham to bid for Roberts. Leicester City and West Ham are set to bid for Manchester City winger Patrick Roberts when he returns from his loan with Celtic, reports The Express. Roberts has spent the previous 2 seasons on loan at Parkhead, and his future at City will be up in the air when he returns later this month. The Foxes and Hammers are both hoping to make a move for the 21-year-old, who is rated at £15 million, €17 million per $20 million. Man Utd to sign England youth left-back. Manchester United have emerged as favourites to land England youth international Matthew Bondswell from Nottingham Forest, according to the Daily Mail. The 16-year-old left-back has been offered a professional contract at Forest, but has stalled on agreeing terms. United have stepped in with an offer of their own and are expected to win the race for Bondswell, who was crowned the 2016 British Junior Champion in the triple jump. Mawson and Fabianski to leave Swansea. Swansea City are prepared to lose defender Alfie Mawson and goalkeeper Łukasz Fabianski following their relegation, according to The Guardian. West Ham and Southampton have all expressed an interest in Mawson, who is valued at £20 million, €23 million per $27 million. Meanwhile, Watford, Newcastle, Crystal Palace and West Ham are all keeping an eye on Fabianski, who was one of the standouts for the Swans in 2017-18.